Hello, sports fans. This is Portage Sports Judo coverage. I'm Dan Steele.
And I'm Chet Eubank, and we're bringing you another intense year of Judo action.
We've got a whole year of tournaments to cover, so let's get straight to it. Beginning with the 2013 Brandon Open, and as we all know, nothing good comes from the city of Brandon.
Starting things off with the infamous Friesen clan.
Thick as thieves they are, they were regulars this tournament season. Here's Hannah dominating on the mat.
Circling a pony, setting her up for a beautiful Soto Gary. And here's Carter Friesen showing a fierce aggressiveness and brutality.
Take it easy there, Thuggy McThuggerton.
And it looks like he's involved in several illegal chokes there. I'm only hoping he didn't learn this at the club and was instead involved in some sort of backstreet brawling. Even giving a shove to his opponent after Mate is called. Dirty, dirty judo. And here's the last of the clan, Owen Friesen facing off against fellow Portage teammate James McBurney Cormier.
Two true Portage Judo veterans hashing out a battle of epic proportions.
Word to your mother, Chet.
In fact, the Friesen boys are Portage Sports Drive birthday of the day.
Carter and Owen were found in a basket under the Tupper Street Bridge, April 26, 2001. The twins were taken in by Judy Friesen when she lost a bet shortly thereafter. The boys bounced in and out of juvenile facilities for extortion and vandalism before channeling their reckless aggression into the sport of judo.
And here's Keegan Tennant with an impressive show of brute strength. And there's a little hair toss just to let you know that he looks fabulous.
And he does indeed. Nice.
And now moving right along to the St. Boniface Open.
Beginning with Jessica Gremlin Brunell, a rising star in the Portage Club.
And here's Gremlin trying something new, and getting ragdolled for her efforts. Here she is going back to what she knows will ensure the gold.
And it does indeed. And here's Sam Tominagi opening up the gates.
And rolling right through it.
No.
And next up we have the 2013 University of Manitoba Open.
First off is Ryan Walker. Walker apparently lulling his opponent into a false sense of security with what appears to be a sloppy sacrifice, only to slam the trap shut with a winning hold down.
And here's Walker and Martin Russo.
Fierce competitors.
They're still fighting. Maybe we'll come back to this later. Natasha Burton taking the clones out to the woodshed.
I thought Tash and the girls used to be the same size. Maybe the twins have taken up smoking.
Not sure what that turnover is called.
What the heck is that?
Pretty unorthodox, but she makes it work during the gold and the U18 girls.
Walker and Russo still at it.
Burton giving her all in the senior women category.
Tasha having no trouble at all in the senior division, even though she's just a punk kid.
While Walker is... well... anyway...
Here's Pinot up against a younger, faster, and frankly, better looking Saskatchewan opponent. Gets lucky with a win.
But the hungry young man gets wise to Town's game.
And that'll be it.
Wait, what? That was in a pawn! Oh right, a promising judoka comes from out of province and gets shafted by the officials. Oh come on! Look at that unbiased ref in the background, this is bullshit!
Sorry for the delay there, folks.
And sorry for any breach in professionalism that may have occurred. Next, the Portage Club is off to Regina for the Saskatchewan Open.
And here's Alex Wisher showing that fear is not a factor.
Right you are, Chet. And here's Gremlin facing off against an opponent who by now must hate her guts. Natasha Bigfoot Burton really letting loose.
Then Burton pulls a wild finish to their usual dance step routine.
With her first victory over the uber-talented Alicia Kagi.
Then things take a darker turn. There is clearly no love lost between these two women.
A nasty out-of-bounds attack from a remorseless Burton.
Remorseless?
Word is that Bigfoot's trainer Dodd Burton has entered her into a 7-Eleven parking lot fight club. However, that I know this means that they have broken the first rule of Fight Club.
This has become more of a back alley brawl in the final seconds.
And Burton, clearly disappointed her opponent, is still breathing in the end.
Ryan Walker with a lot on his mind after eventually losing the 247-minute match with Martin Russo at U of M.
Quickly plants his opponent in an effortless Osaikomi and appears to begin thinking about the only real important things to a young man, like chicks and cars, as he casually waits out the clock.
I'm sure he's thinking of a lot of things, Dan.
Don't be ridiculous, Chet. The boy's only 17.
Probably the largest turnout of Portage competitors was at the Selkirk Open.
Here's Bradley Wing at his first competition, showing he's very comfortable in tournament setting.
Unrelentless in his attack, rare in young competitors. Look at him go.
Hannah Friesen on the attack, tearing her opponent down.
And a quick glance to see if the ref is looking.
Tinkerbell has been known to pummel downed opponents with rolls of quarters when the referee's attention is elsewhere.
Good to know, Dan.
Tink squaring off against Portage teammate Maggie Olenek. The two are now most hated enemies.
Dylan Tully really pulled out all the stops at Selkirk, dominating every opponent that stood in his way.
Here he is again with a Boris Karloff Frankenstein. A little bit of dancing. And another slam. Here he goes again.
Oh, I like it.
You gotta.
And here's Keegan Tennant tearing down his opponent with a Koshiguruma that would make Arden Masson proud.
And Gremlin tearing down an opponent for the gold.
Oh, that's truly shocking.
Who could have seen that coming? Bully Timony squaring off against a fierce and aggressive former Portage teammate.
In the past, this opponent has used size and strength to overpower Timony, but this day Bully shrugs off her Jersey tactics and a kick to the crotch.
Bully letting her know who's clearly in charge, favoring strength over technique, tossing her like a bale of hay, and then following up with a solid hold down. Although her opponent has the leg, she's working on it. I think she's gonna get it. And she does. That'll be the end of that.
Clearly unprepared for what Bully has brought to the mat, her Russian opponent is undone. And then this happens. She digs in deep. Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to work out. But Timony's going to get a second chance at this.
Bully goes for a choke against a girl that would rather die than give up.
But eventually that's a bluff that gets called, short feet away from a very proud grandfather. And Timony gets the win that has likely earned her a place at Nationals. Here's Ryan Walker, straight up daring anyone to mention this kid threw him at Inner City.
And here's Chisholm Scott holding his own against former national champion and black belt Willem Pops. Until this happened.
And Pinto Town holding his own against Julian Mitchell. Until this happened.
And now the Inner City Open, bringing a wide range of fighters from a number of different provinces. Here's Dylan Tully earning a reputation as an enforcer.
Boom! Gremlin with a move that makes me wonder why her Selkirk opponent hasn't gotten wise to it yet. Before she rushes a poor defenseless yellow belt, hammering her to the ground, ensuring the young girl never competes again. We have with us at the sports desk, Michaela Bully Timony.
Can I just give a shout out to my grandma and grandpa?
I'm sorry, there's not enough time.
And of course, Portage Sports is brought to you by Axe Hair Products. Girls don't need you looking and smelling awesome.
But damn does it help.
Right you are, Chet.
Which brings us up to the provincial championships held in Stonewall, Manitoba. Sadly, with Natasha Burton forcibly removed from the country.
And Ryan Walker suffering a slight ankle sprain. Two of the Portage club's most promising were out of action. Out comes Gremlin with a near fatal case of poopy pants and is thrown.
Still, she manages to ho-hum her way to the club's only gold.
Chisholm Scott brings his all, repeatedly attacking, manhandling, and pretzeling his opponent.
before being forced to settle for the bronze.
Ooh.
And here's Pinto Downs, who thinks he can play with the big boys.
Oh, look at those legs go.
And he gets hammered in his first match.
He brings an okay game to the second, but chooses a horrible moment to realize that he might be very old and very badly hurt before he is thankfully put down for glue.
It's sort of a blessing, Dan. Still, Town gets a bronze medal.
Because this happened.
Well, that's all from us at the Sports Desk.
Wishing Walker, Burton, and Timony good luck at Nationals, I'm Dan Steele.
And I'm Chet Eubank.
And we
Are out of here.